Hello guys, good morning. In this video, we will tell you about TCP header in detail. And before this video, we have discussed about what is TCP. Now in this video, we will tell you TCP header. Here, we have discussed what is TCP. TCP is a reliable, connection-oriented, full duplex, error control and flow control protocol. So now we have a basic understanding about TCP. Now we should understand about TCP header. Now guys, look at this figure. What do you understand about this figure? Here, this figure is a collection of many rows. Here first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row and seventh row and so on. Now this 5 row is very important. This 5 row is very important. Then we need this row. This 6th row is a variable because it is 0 byte to 40 byte. 0 byte to 40 byte. Now each row has length, that means 32 bits type. That means it is a first row is 32 bits, and in the same way this row is 32 bits, 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 and this row is 32 bits. That means if we attach any other row here, that will be 32 bits. So because that means we can say that it is a collection of 32 bits words. 32 bits words. Now we have information about first point is 1 byte is equal to 8 bits. So we can convert this 32 bits. That means if you want to convert in byte, then we should divide by 8, then 8 4 ja 32. So we can say this is a 4 byte. Now this is there is a 5 row. If we fix the 5 row is fixed, so 5 row, that means 5 into 4, that means 20 bytes. So this is a 20 bytes. That means this is a minimum header length. Minimum header length. Now why we are saying this is a minimum header length? Because in variable we are using 0 as a option field. So to maximize this, we need 40 bytes extra. So 20 byte and 40 byte. So we can say that that will be 60 byte. So for maximum that is 20 plus 40 byte. That means 60 bytes. And if it is 60 bytes, we can say that this is the there are 15 row into 4 bytes. This is the row. So this field is in 15 row from here. That means this is 10 row. Here there are 10 row. After 5 there are 10 row. Clear? Now each row has a 4 bytes. So total length will be 60 bytes. So this is a maximum header length and this is a minimum header length. Now clear about this? Now this is whole information, and this about header length, this header length is existed here. This is the total header length, and about header length where we can know, where we can identify this header length existed in this figure, in this header. Here this is the indication. Here data offset is 4-bit field, and this is the representation of header length. This is the representation of header length. And after discussing this first row, then we will again discuss about data offset. Clear, guys? Now first, in first row we should discuss about first row first time. Now here at first row, this is a 16-bit field. This is also a 16-bit field. So source port and destination port. Source port, where machine 1, suppose this is a sender and this is a receiver. Sender, if this sender sends any segment, any data to receiver, then it uses source port to destination port for this. So we can say that their port is of 16-bit field, and this information, this gives information about port number. Now which type of port number we use, generally which type of port number. So port number categorized, here we will tell you port number is categorized in 3 parts. Here first is well known, second one is registered, and third one is dynamic port. Third one is dynamic port. Now well-known port from 0 to 1023, and registered port 10242 49151, and this is 49152 to 65535. Now generally this is the range of 0 to 2 power 16 minus 1. This is a range 0 to 2 power 16 minus 1. If what is the value of 2 power 16? 65536 and minus 1, then it will get minus 1. Clear? Now if we do not use this from 0, then we will never subtract it, but here we are using from 0. So the number which we have written, suppose that if we start a number from 0, then at 9 it will be 10. So if we do not start from 0, then we will have to start from 1, then it will last number will be 10. But this is the process. Here we are using from 0, so we should have to subtract it minus 1. So don't worry about this. This is very helpful, and every digit, every binary number you will understand in upcoming classes, because at network layer we generally use IP addressing, and IP addressing which is a collection of 2 power 32, and there we will tell you about subnetting, supernetting, and IP addressing then you will able to understand about this point. Now, so don't wait for this. Here we provide everything here, because if you think about this field, if you think about, this is written in alphabetical number, alphabetical. uh, if if you send any data, there are not availability for of alphabetical number. So there is no English words. We do not use, generally we do not use English word, because machine understand only binary number. If machine understand only binary number, so this is the indication of only using number. So 16, we generally we use 16. That means there are possibility to write a number in 16 places, because here suppose that we are writing 1023. How can we write? First, if there are 16 fields, suppose that here write, here we will write here in 4 order, 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Now this is 8, 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. Now this is 8, this is 8, 8 8 16. Clear? Here we have written 16 bit, and total value is 0. Now we want 1, so here we will put, here we will put 1, then it will be 1, and remaining digit will be 0. And if we want 2, if we want 2, how can, that means how can we get here 2 at the power 0? This is the here 2 power 1. Now here 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3, and this will be, and so on. Now here, that means this is 1, this is 2, this is 4, this is 8, this is 16, 32, 64, 128, 256, 512. So this will be 1024, and this will be 2048, and now this will be 4096. So and so on. This will be 65536. Now here we are multiply 128 to the 250, 250, 512, 512 to the 1024. So we can after multiply we can get about this value for the 80, and this will be 6 to 9 ja 18 to 6 ja 12 here, like that. Now we will make 1 here. Here we are making 1. Now this will be 1. If we want to make 2, so here will be 2, this digit as a 2, so here we will put 1 and here 0. Now if we want to make 3, how can we can make 3? This here, this is 2 and this is a 1, so we can write here 1 and 1, again a remaining digit will be 0, considered as a 0 whole digit. Here whole digit will be 0. That means if any data goes through receiver, goes at receiver, then it goes as some information about first 16 byte will be the field of 16, that means source port, information about source port. First 16 bit will be the information about source port. Clear? Now Do you know about about some well-known port? Yes, we should and know about well-known port. That is, suppose there is 20, 21, 22, 23. Here 20 is used for FTP, file transfer protocol, which works as application layer. Now this is also file transfer protocol, but there are some little differences. This 20 is used for data transfer, and this 21 is used for control command. And this 22 is used for SSH, and this is telnet. Now this is unsecure, this is secure. So remotely access, we generally we use remotely access. Now come at most important port. One is 67, other is 68. Now it is used for DSCP, it is also used for DSCP, but there is a little bit difference. 67 is used for server and this is used for client. Now come at 53, this is for used for DNS, and come at 80, which is very important protocol, that means HTTP. This is unsecure. Now for 443, this is used as a HTTPS. So there are many protocol. This is a secure. Now this is a well-known port. Clear about the well-known port? Now in this video we have discussed about first row, that means source port and destination port. Clear? Now if here source port randomly selected and destination port defined sometimes, suppose because if sender want to access Google server, sender want to access want to open a web browser, then web browser is an application where HTTP service works, this protocol works. So generally we send information to 80 port number. We generally send this information to 80 port number. We use 80 as a port, destination port. So this is sometimes is a well defined, and this is that is a fixed. Everybody know about HTTP is for 80 number protocol. Now this 80 can be written this type. Here we have write 1, but it is a field of 16-bit field. So when data goes at a destination, then it goes second byte, second 16-bit field is denoted as is for destination port. Clear? I think this video will be very helpful to understand about source port and destination port. Now in second video we will tell you sequence number and acknowledgement number. So wait and watch for upcoming video. Thank you guys.